Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Are you the problem or do you provide a solution? It's June the 13th, Friday the 13th, and we are closer now to World War III than ever. What can we do about it? Well, actually, we can do quite a bit. How you prepare yourself, how you behave is your choice. How you live your life is your choice. You choose to win or you choose to lose. We've got tensions now in the Middle East. We are closer now to a World War III than we've ever been in history. What are you going to do today, and how are you going to behave? We're sending you out the signals. We're giving you the information to prepare, to be defensive, but also know how to reposition yourself with the numbers as we study and we pay close attention, because there's always an opportunity to win and there's always a choice to be made. Are the markets going to crash today? Are we going to see inflation come back? Are we going to see the Fed turn on the money printer? Inflation is down. Trade wars are all over the place. Are we counting the money? What are we doing? One thing we're doing is we're going down back into the city, look at the numbers, study, relax, take some time. We do not want to stress and be this guy who's in and out of the stocks, up and down, buying the pumps, chasing the dips, in and out, left and right. But do we have a solution? Well, the economy is not the stock market. I have some numbers today for XRP, Zebic, Para-Zero, and the S&P 500. Let's do the numbers. Let's relax. Let's prepare. And let's win. For me today, it's 27 trades, 27 wins. I'm calm. I'm bullish. I'm prepared. But I'm also aware. I'm also, most importantly, concerned for our family and friends of Lucasades around the world. We can't start this show today talking about making money and being successful without first taking care of business, taking care of the real business. Our dear friend and creator here on the show, Sensei, has family in Tehran. He is very concerned. He's been up all night. I've been talking to him off and on. He's been very upset. He is very upset. He has family in the region. So when the bombs drop, Sensei has no words to say what comes next. Sensei is needing our support and love and friendship today. So we've taken care of the most important business, shown love and respect to our family and friends and Lucasades on all sides. But now we've got to focus on what we do, because this is a show where we invest and make money. It can be quite brutal when you think about it. We're making money out of investing. So let's get straight to it and let's talk about what we're going to do about it. Now, you make a choice. You are either the problem or the solution. But I'll tell you one thing. If you are the problem, you will be my solution. 100%. And let me explain to you what I mean. So overnight, we've had what was expected, if we're honest. We've had escalation in the Middle East. Let's start with that. Stock index futures slide overnight as Israel attacks Iran. Now, we've seen this before. We know what comes next. This is slightly different, though, because it's escalated and it now involves, whether we like it or not, the US. This is not a political show. We're just telling you the facts. Donald Trump tore up the deal with Iran. Didn't like it. Tried to negotiate a better deal. Didn't get a better deal. Iran started to build upon their nuclear ambitions. A deal hasn't been done to stop them. Israel were very upset and felt threatened. They felt they had imminent likelihood of an all-out attack on them. That's what Iran said they would do. So Israel decided to go it alone, unilaterally, and attack and drop bombs on nuclear sites across Iran. That's what's happened. The moment that happened, the market sold off. We've saw that. We've looked at it. I can read you some of the headlines. Most of you know it. The S&P futures went down 1.1%. NASDAQ 100 down 1.2 and Dow Jones down 1.1. The 10-year Treasury yield was unchanged at 4.36. The 2-year yield was flat at 3.91. So no major concerns with the bonds. The yields were coming down because inflation was coming down. Stocks were looking more attractive. They haven't spiked. No reason why they would, because there's no underlying change to the economy. However, the stock market always overreacts. There's the problem. Now you be the solution. Iran also launched over 100 drones at Israel overnight in retaliation to Israel's preemptive strikes that targeted Iranian nuclear facilities and military sites late Thursday. Now, I'm not going to do the numbers for you because it would be a whole show by itself, but at the moment, Iran has no chance whatsoever of going to war with Israel. It is outgunned on every level. We can go through the list of planes, bombs, drones, you name it. It cannot win against Israel. They can throw whatever they like at it. Most of it will go into the Iron Dome. Most of it will be shot down. Some will land. Some people will tragically die and face the consequences of nonsense like this. But they won't win. That's why they want to enrich uranium and have a nuclear arsenal, and then everything changes for them. So that's where we are overnight. The effects of the attack has cascaded across global markets. Let me show you the global markets. This is important. And these are the global markets in time order, starting with New Zealand. They went down, but they rallied to the close. There is the solution. Australia, they were next. They were down. They rallied to the close. Japan, they were next. They were down. They started to rally to the close. You see the solution? See where I'm going with this? China, they're down. They carried on going down, and they're down on the close. Hong Kong, it's China, right? The economy's broken. Hang Seng, Hong Kong, down on the open, rallied on the close. Can you see a pattern here? Hopefully you can. Germany is next in Europe. They opened down. They're still down. I would suspect they will rally into the close. The FTSE, London, getting closer to us now in the United States. They are down on the open and they're rallying all day, nearly touching green at one point. I expect them to rally into the close. We've got 15 minutes to go before our markets open here. We are already down. We reacted with everybody else. No surprise there. Let me bring it back to here. And we are down. I expect we will rally to the close. So overnight, what did I do? I became part of the solution, not the problem. Our businesses aren't failing this morning, are they? Is Apple selling less phones this morning? No. Can inflation go up? Yes, it can if we attack the Permian. Is it the Perm? Hang on. The name's gone from my mind. It's the Persian Gulf, I think it is. The Straits, because you've got the supply chains, oil refineries, and so on. We can get a spike in inflation. That is the worry. That's the cause. That's what could happen. So what did I do? Well, as I say, I don't have fear. I know what I own. I always am prepared to move. So what did you expect? Overnight, I bought. I said I always buy on macro dips. I say what I do what I say. I am part of the solution. If you are the problem, you will be my solution. If you sell the market through fear and panic, thank you very much. I will buy it. And you should thank me and others like me, because it's because of people like me that we don't go to flipping zero. Because if everybody kept selling and selling and selling and selling and selling, of course, somebody would go, hang on a minute, this is stupid. I'm going to buy everything. Well, it never quite gets there, does it? But it does go down, and I bought it. I bought the exact bottom. As you can see, I bought 2 shares at 5.47. I bought another share at 5.47. Now, you might ask, then why did I suddenly buy 3 at 5.46? This is the power of margin. This is the power of holding your stocks from the bottom. And it only works like this if you hold from the bottom. And it only works if you do it with low volatile assets, like indexes, like the S&P. You can't do this for individual stocks. What happened was I bought 2 shares, I bought 1 share, and I was out of money. Buying power is used up, margin is used up, my refinancing used up. I couldn't be more in. And then all of a sudden, at the stroke of midnight, Robinhood gave me more margin. Why? Had I added any money? No, I don't get paid by YouTube for another week. You know I get paid on the 21st. So how did I suddenly get more buying power to buy 3 more shares? Well, when you use margin and you hold from the bottom, it's kind of your collateral. Your margin constantly increases with your portfolio. And when you buy assets with low risk, they increase it. Because the reason is I could have gone out and bought Binky Bonk coin on my margin, and my margin would have been squeezed, and my risk would have been increased, and my maintenance line would have dropped. My risk would have increased. But by buying the S&P and holding on to my original stocks that I've never sold, my margin keeps being increased without adding any money. So at the stroke of midnight, I was given more money, so I used it. I bought more shares at this dip. Now, you can argue, but why didn't you just buy it when you bought the dip a few weeks ago? The V shape, you were buying at 494. Yes, I was. Way lower than this, so why the heck are you buying now? Well, I did buy all I could at 494. I went all in on the V shape. You know the story of my show. You've all watched it and you've seen how it's all gone. Let me come back to the main account and you can see. There you go. And that's why my portfolio has outperformed the S&P, even though it's only the S&P this year, by buying all in when it goes down. I've outperformed Warren Buffett. I've outperformed the S&P. I've outperformed the market. 27 trades now and 27 wins. So because I've kept my position, it's enabled me to buy more, so I bought more. There's not a problem with buying on the way up when you have plenty at the bottom. In fact, my overall average hardly changed at all from last night. Hardly at all, because 99% of my position is down here, protecting my portfolio. So by buying a few on the way up, does it matter? No. Could it go down again? Of course it can. I could use tax lots later on today, and I could trim some of those if I wanted to for very small gains or very small losses, and then buy back lower ones if I think it's going lower. I can give myself 100 grand in buying power today if I want to. Do I want to at the moment? No, I don't. I don't, because we've had our initial reaction. The market sold off, thereby the problem. Your problem became my solution. I bought. I won't sell. I don't have fear. Now, there are other things in the market we might want to consider. Let me give you some of the headlines today, what we're looking at. Here we go. World War III is a real issue. However, you've only got to see the positive in that. I know that sounds ridiculous. I don't want to be blown up just like anybody else. I don't want anybody else to be blown up. I want everyone to sit around holding hands singing Kumbaya. Absolutely. Who wants anyone to be fighting today? Nobody. Not anybody sane anyway. However, you can't do a damn thing about it. So don't be the problem, be the solution. Prop up the stock market. If everybody buys the dip, it won't keep going down. It will stabilize, and it will, in fact, go back up, and you'll make money. So don't be the problem, be the solution. But if you choose to be the problem, I will be the solution, and you will be the solution to my solution. So it's up to you. XRP, stable coins. Wow. Do we have some news for you today? Walmart and Amazon are piling in. It's the dawn of a new age of Bitcoin. Unquestionably, from someone who didn't like to use crypto, for someone now who is completely and utterly in. And you might go, but you don't own any crypto. How can you say you're all in when you only own the S&P? I am more in crypto than most of you combined, because I've now got $440,000 invested in the S&P. Many of those companies own crypto. We've got Coinbase slowly going to rise to the top of the S&P. We've got Ripple eventually coming onto the S&P. We've got crypto projects that will make their way to the top of the S&P. And I own it, don't I? The Fed, the future. Donald Trump wanting to fire the Fed. He's not going to fire the Fed, but what he is going to do, his lineup is replacement. His replacement, in my opinion, will be Scott Bessent. Scott Bessent is in line with Trump when it comes to crypto and, most importantly, real estate. Why is that important? We know that Trump loves real estate. We know that Trump loves the stock market. And I'll tell you one thing, by May of next year, when Bessent comes in, 0% rates. He wants to bring it to zero. He can certainly do that. We'll get 2 rate cuts this year. Our first one, as I predicted, is extremely likely, even though no one agrees with me at all. Extremely likely to come next week on Wednesday. I have said 2 rate cuts this year, 4 rate cuts next year. Bessent comes in, accelerate further, and we can go to zero. You're damn right I want to be in margin, and you're damn right I want to stay in the market. Because if World War III happens, who the hell cares? If your portfolio goes to zero, it doesn't matter, does it? What it could do is it could go down 30, 40, 50%. That's okay. I am prepared for that. I just buy more when I get paid next week. Hurrah. That's what we do. If we all blow each other up, it doesn't matter what your stock market does anyway. So don't be the problem, be the solution. But if you are the problem, you will be my solution. So are you in this morning? I've got some more news for you, more opportunities for you, more things that you can do to win again. Last night, we brought you a brand new stock. It's just cleared away. I had it all set up for you, but there you go. Para Zero. Brought this to you last night, and I said, we're going to pump the hell out of this. I was right. Again, if I traded this, it would have been 28 trades, 28 wins. I don't buy individual stocks because I don't pump and dump stock. I do enjoy pumping it though. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love my Lucasades making easy money. And last night, they made a ton of money with this stock. We can now see it going to $2 and it could go to $2 today. That has been backed up by Sensei's charts coming out later today. Now, if you're saying, oh, well, you're just saying that. Well, if you watched the show last night, you will know I went live exactly there, just there. I did a live stream, I put a video out, and I said we're going to move it. We didn't just move it, we pumped it. Yet again, the Lucasades won again. Big gains, huge gains, massive gains. We doubled the amount of volume. Scrub that. We doubled it during the live stream. Later on, it had tripled. I made a declaration to you that we'd rank number 1 in the world within 24 hours for the stock. We do. Go onto YouTube and Google. YouTube, go incognito so you're not being biased to search for my stuff because YouTube will suggest my stuff. Put in PRZO stock. Put in Parazero. You will see we rank number 1 once again. The stock rallied. I'm already in contact with Parazero Technologies. They're another CEO who wants to be on the show. Of course they do. We got 2 next week coming on the show. We had a live call yesterday from Vertical Aerospace. You might see now where we're going with Parazero Technologies. It's a drone business. They came live on the show. So there you go. Take your profit. Don't take your profit. It's up for you. But pump promised, pump delivered. So there you go. There's Parazero, another one of our stocks that we did. I'm not in it. You can't accuse me of pumping and dumping. I'm only in the S&P, but boy, do I enjoy my members, my Lucasades winning. They get members-only events. All the CEO interviews are members only. We give you the news before it goes out to the general public, the subscribers, so they always win. That's why 98% of my live viewers are members. Can you see in the chat? Nearly everybody has a badge. We have a 98% membership rate. It's higher than Mr. Beast. We have the highest engagement rate of any channel in the world. Go and check the analytics. 98% of my live viewers are members, higher than any channel in the world. And they are because they know I'm here for them. Every word I say is true. Every word is verified. I'm here to support my members. That's why everyone is a member. If you want to become a member today and be part of all the exclusive content, there's the membership link. For $2 a month, flipping hell, you can see why. We make this as inexpensive as possible so everybody can afford it. All right. There you go. There's Parazero. Now, let me show you the... I'm going to come on to Bitcoin in a moment. That's another big story. Let me show you my X because you would have missed the moment unless you follow me on X. There is X. There's Instagram. If you look over here, I posted the event. I told you what I was going to do before I did it, so the members knew. If you scroll down here, you will see... There was today's show, World War 3, your problem, my solution. If you scroll down here, I told you, look, there it is, going live here. Told you what would happen. That's after it happened. But here is, as we started to go live, it was up to 116, 117, 18, 19. There was the moment, 17 hours ago. There you go. So I announced it. So all of you who follow me on X would have been in on that trade. You'd have all made 30, 40% in minutes. I even had a poll. 67% are saying buy. No one's selling it. There's the poll for Parazero. There it is. There's the event. All there for you. There was the live event. This is now trending. This is the CEO. Sorry, I beg your pardon. These are representatives from Vertical Aerospace. They called live in the show, and I shared it live on X, so you could all witness it as well. I could just have it on YouTube where I make ad revenue. I don't earn any money on X, but I did that because I wanted my members to be alerted and not miss it. That's what we do on the show. Everything is done to serve my members, verifiable, checkable. Is that a real word? I just made it up. It is now. It is now. Checkable. All right. So there we go. So what comes next? We've spoken about World War III. Why are we here? We know why we're here. The threats to Israel. Israel decided now Trump had ripped up the deal with Iran, and they started to enrich. They felt they had to go unilaterally on their own, independently, and take it out. And now, of course, Iran believes that United States are involved. USA are saying not. But what happens next? Well, if Iran go after the United States, then we are at World War III. We have to be, because the United States cannot allow Iran to bomb all their stuff. They've got to attack them. And if Iran go to war with America, we are at World War III. There's no way around that. It's not a good day, is it really? But it is what it is, and we've got 2 minutes before the bell goes. I want to cover the bell and then give you some more news of what comes next.
Really shrugging at all this.
I bought the dip. I said I'd buy the dip. You know I always buy macro dips. I always do what I say, and I say what I do. I'm going to give you some massive news after the bell this morning about Bitcoin, XRP, $100 potential price prediction. I know it sounds crazy. And Zebic. We are the only ones who have the Zebic song. And yes, you know what's happening. Zebic is now moving up again. It's one of the only cryptos today to be actually doing well. This is the XRP ringtone. 'Cause I would buy 500 coins and I would buy 500 more. All right, we've got 30 seconds to go. Don't believe me? A sea of red in crypto. Apart from Zebic. We brought this one to you as well. We told you this was going to go up. I brought out my own song, which is now trending on different platforms. People got fearful. God knows why. They sold. They became the problem. They became my solution. They became the solution of the Lucasades. We bought the dip, and now it's the only flipping crypto moving today. You missed it. You missed it again. There is the ringtone. Get involved. 'Cause I would buy 500 coins and I would buy 500 more. Okay, we're about to ring the bell in 3, 2, 1. The bell has gone. Let's get ready to rock and roll. We're going to have some fun today. Always being positive, always finding the solution. Everybody, are you ready to rumble? I want 300 likes in 1 minute. The biggest I've ever asked for. Why? Because we brought you Para-Zero. You made 30, 40%. We brought you Zebic. You're going to make hundreds of percent. I brought you the overnight news. If you bought the dip on the S&P, you're making money. If you remain in the market, you remain money. You're part of the most engaged channel on YouTube. With 98% live viewers, we're live 24 hours a day on the extra channel, 12 hours a day on the main channel. Be the problem or the solution. Either way, you will be my solution. Okay, it's up to you. Tap the like button. I want 100 likes, and there we go. Price prediction delivered. Price prediction promised once again. Hurrah. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Let's go, 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 go. No messing around. Let's see how many people are watching. There we go. 431 watching. Very nice indeed. I want 300 likes. We're starting at 6. Refresh the screen. Boom. 300 likes. There's 130. Right, we're halfway there. That's what I'm talking about. The stock market is rallying. There it is. Do what you want. Take profit. Don't take profit. I'm not selling anything. I am not selling a damn sausage. I'll just be buying more if it goes down again. Good luck, everybody. Let's have a look at Parazero. People are taking profits out of it. That's okay. You made 30, 40%. Why not? I wouldn't, because you can go straight to $2 and $2.50, but that's up to you. What's everybody doing with our Zebit coin? It's going up. Everything else is going down. What's happening to that? There it is. ZBCN going up. The only coin that is. Everything else is going down. Yep. It's up to you what you do about it. How many likes have we got? We need more likes than this. This is very slow morning. What's going on? All right, let me have a quick look. Tap the like button. If you just tuned in, consider subscribing to our channel and you can be part of our big event. Exclusive for members only and exclusive for subscribers. We're going to have 2 events. What is it? It's this. On the way to 100,000. We're 85,435. Everyone become a subscriber. Let's get to 86,000 today as we hone in on 100,000 subscribers. Thank you very much indeed. And while you're here, tap the like button. Are we there yet? Did we get to our 300? I don't think we're going to get there. Look, 156, 157, 158. We're rolling around. Come on, let's go for all our positions this morning and we'll come back to that in a moment. Here we go. Oh, where's my little button gone? Oh my God, this is ridiculous. There you go. Let's have a look. My overall portfolio went down during the night. I bought more. Thank you very much. Here we go. The S&P's going up. Virgin Galactic down below 299. Oh, there we go. Get ready for the next short squeeze. We've given you 3 short squeezes of 100% profit 3 times. Are we going to get a 4th one? Palantir. Palantir will go up today. It's a defensive stock. It's overbought though. Gold going up. I wouldn't buy gold because what happens is the moment the things go the other way, everyone sells their gold to buy back the tech, buy back the S&P. That's why I only buy the S&P. I miss out. I skip all this nonsense of ins and outs. All right. Amazon. Big news today. I'm going to share XRP stable coins with Amazon and Walmart. You don't want to miss that, do you? Apple up today. Next Era Energy going up. Enphase Energy. Told you this was one of the best buys on the stock market. Cannot believe it went this low. I'm really glad that people are now buying it. Coca-Cola, defensive stock. Well, it's the piggy bank, this and J&J. J&J, though, I've been telling you for nearly a year, it's a $200 stock with a record-breaking what is the word I'm looking for? Dividend, but it's not that. Dividend king. It's a dividend king. It's awesome. Oil. Everybody, it all spiked. Now it's going back down again. People chasing 1 minute, selling the next. No, don't be the problem. Be the solution. Tesla down, trying to push back up. McDonald's up today. Very nice indeed. Land. You can never pay too much for land. Google. What a buy for Google. Down and pushing up. Microsoft, too expensive. Nvidia, I've told you 140 promised on earnings, 140 delivered. Great. 200 within 12 months. Very nice indeed. Why anyone ever trades this, I don't know. They don't know what they own. That's up to them. There you go. Walmart. I told you about Walmart today. We got some big news. XRP, stable coins. No one's covered it. No one's paying attention to it, but I'm going to cover it in a minute. You'll want to know about it. Tilray, rubbish, worth absolutely nothing. Robinhood, I told you it was a $40 stock. Then when we reevaluated afterwards, and it did, went from 8 to 40, and then I said to you it would go to $80, and it did. And we haven't yet done analysis past that point. We like $80, so it trims off at $80. IonQ, way too expensive. Can't touch it with a barge pole. Like the technology, I own it, of course, in the S&P with Amazon, but I can't buy it. I wouldn't buy it anyway, even if I could. Rocket Lab, too expensive. Plug Power, Russian manipulation. If you bought this, you're off your flipping head. right? I've proved to you where the buys come from. I've proved you. Thank you, Leah. My tea's arrived. Let me go. Let me go and grab that. My cup of tea's arrived. Okay. Thank you, Leah. Plug power is just manipulation from greedy, selfish people that try to pay me money to promote it, and I won't, so they're on their own. They pump it, they dump it, they threaten me, they say all sorts of stuff, and I pay no attention to it. I let them get on with it. Bitcoin is up 0.8. XRP is up. We've got a potential $100 now for XRP. Not tomorrow, not next week, long term. In the future, 5 to 10 years. Going to show you how you can get there. Sensei's got a chart on it and some more news. All right, there we go. Parazero, people taking profit on it. The moment I mentioned it this morning, people took profit. I don't know why you do that. Shame on you, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but you're missing out on going to $2, $2.50, and it could happen today. But that's okay. If you don't want to hold on, I understand. There's nothing wrong with 40% profit, is there? But I think you're missing out. Right, okay, let's continue with where we are. So where are we going to come on to next? Before I do our next story, I've got the Walmart, Amazon, XRP, stable coins. I've got so much to share with you this morning. If you came over from X this morning, would you put in the chat you've come from X? Did you see my X post this morning? If you did, just let me know in the chat. So let me spend the next 5 minutes, first of all, answering everyone's questions. We know more important than anything else is our friends and family around the world. Sensei has family in Tehran, and he was up all night. He was very upset. Obviously, his family are in the direct line of direct conflict. So that's not nice, is it? So our love and thoughts, please show love. Just put Sensei in the chat. Let's spam the hell out of it. Sensei, who provides a great service to you. Without Sensei, you wouldn't have all the charts that you have. Sensei has family in Tehran in direct line of sight. So if we could put in the chat, just love to Sensei, copy and paste, spam it. I would really love it, and that would be very, very nice. So for the next 5 minutes while you're doing that, I'm going to switch to members only. The purpose of this is no one gets left behind. No one is ignored. No one has a silent voice. Everyone has a voice here. So if you have a comment that I missed, something that you want shared on the screen and that I missed, please share it now, repeat it now, and I will put it on the screen. All right, so I'm going to go from here. So if you did say something earlier and I missed it, you asked me a question or a comment and I missed it, please do share it and I will put it on the screen. Okay, so let's start off. Where did I go from? Members only started here. All right. So poor man, rich man, love to Sensei. Thank you very much indeed. JJ 8ball, love to Sensei. Thank you. SASA Mex, Sensei, love. Thank you so much indeed. Here come all the Lucas aids. If you want to become a member of our channel, of course, there's the membership link. If you want our free training, I pay Sensei to do it. We provide free training as part now of our Discord server. There is Discord. I'll explain how that works in a little while. There's X, Instagram. If you want free stock, we're giving free stock away today on Robinhood USA. Robinhood USA, there's the link. If you are in the UK, you've also got free stocks today. We're giving Robinhood UK stocks away. There's my referral link. You get free stock, I get free stock, and I'll share with you what I get on the screen. Sensei, love from Israel, Dev Pro. Thank you very much indeed. We got another new member just joined.
Lloyd Linsk has become a member.
Thank you, Lloyd. If you stand by, I will give you all your perks and benefits. You're going to get lots of benefits. Anyone who becomes a member today is going to get some extra stuff, okay? I'm going to give you all your perks and benefits from people that become members today, some exclusive stuff, and what a time that you become a member, because you're going to get two, not just one, but two, actually maybe three CEOs exclusively with our stocks that we move, stocks that we know pump when they do the event. You're going to get a live interview with three of your, at least two, maybe three of your favorite CEOs. They always pumps on the event. It's always a moment for you to be able to talk to the CEOs. So anyone who becomes a member today, I'm going to tell you all about that, plus many other perks that you get. It's only a couple of bucks. Why is it a couple of bucks? I could charge 10 times as much as that. Other YouTube channels do. It's why 98% of our viewers are members. It's because I want everyone to be able to afford it. We've also got three platinum level members that pay $500 a month. Three of those. So we have big whales who watch our show who feel it's worth $500 to be a member. So you're getting a bronze membership for $2.99. If you don't like it, you can cancel it. You won't cancel it though. We've got over 2,000, I think just under 2,000 now. Everyone loves it. So I always make sure that our membership is the best service in the world. And I literally don't go to bed at night unless I feel confident that my service is the best. And if anyone says it isn't, tell me why and I'll make it better. All right, let's go to your comments. Sensei, thank you, Namisha. Sensei, Crow265. Lloyd, just became a member. Thank you. Love to Sensei. Thank you from Crag. Your thoughts on Aero? Its IPO is today. William Myers, I haven't had a chance to look at it and review it. So we are in IPO season. IPOs are tending to do well, but on a day like today, they could have done without it. But it could present opportunity as well. But I don't know because I've never looked at it, so I don't want to guess. Love to Sensei. Sensei, praying for you and your family. Were you referring to Permian Basin? Yeah, the Permian Basin is what I sort of alluded to, but no, it's not the Permian Basin. It's the Persian Gulf. That's where we have the straits of all the oil being transferred, and it's a trade route, but the Permian Basin, of course, is that's in the US. That's where we drill for oil. There's no threat to the Permian Basin. If there was a threat to the Permian Basin, we're already at World War III. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Much love from Minuteman. I am the Republic. Maron, thank you so much indeed. Lloyd, thank you. You're welcome. Standing on the moon. That's right. That's our very own hashtag. Prayers for Sensei. Rude Dog said, love to Sensei. Prayers for Sensei. And Sensei, love as well. Prayers to Sensei and family. Thank you very much, MSK. All right. Nobody wanted a question. Nobody had a comment. Okay, that's fine. So I will go back to subscriber level now on the live chat. There we go. We are subscriber level now. So now everyone can comment again. I didn't know if anybody had a question or a comment, something that you wanted to ask me. Obviously not. So let me go back and bring you all the stories of the day. Nothing going on there. I'm just going to share this with you.
Ongoing, and I think will go on for a number of days. Israel, I think, is quite confident that it's knocked out a lot of Iran's air defenses, particularly in the west of the country, giving them freedom to move. I think there is the concern that Iran is yet to respond in a way that it could and probably will, and so making sure that the country remains on alert for that. But significantly, Hezbollah, Iran's major, what used to be Iran's major proxy, in effect, its first line of defense against this very, very scenario. Well, they have come out today and said in a statement in the last hour or so that they are not going to get involved in this fight between Israel and Iran. That's a big win for Israel.
Ouch.
Well, oil prices have risen after that Israeli strike in Iran in the early hours of this morning. An oil-producing state in an oil...
That bit of information there was everything you need to know. Everything you need to know has just been said there. Did everybody get that? Hezbollah is not going to support Iran in this. It's over. If Iran are on their own, it's over. I'm not surprised the stock market has gone up. It's over. It'll go backwards and forwards with no escalation.
To a super chat. Martyn, when you getting Zebec CEO on for interview?
If you want the Zebec CEO on the show, this is how you do it. Now, don't be lazy, folks, because a lot of people want me to do all the work for you. I mean, you're the one who benefits from it. You're the one who makes money. Let me just respond to this first of all. Wow, thank you all. The love for Sensei. Sensei is watching. He's with his family. His family are in Tehran, and we all sent love to Sensei, and we are really thrilled that Sensei has been able to join us this morning in the chat, and he's thanked everyone for your comments. That was huge. Yes, Zakzay. Zakzay is Israeli. Zakzay is from Israel. I cannot overstate the importance of that statement. I cannot overstate the importance of that statement. That was the only statement you need today. And it was just a mere sentence, and it means everything. Sensei gets it. He's got family in Iran, and Zakzay gets it. That was huge. So here is the story of the day. Why you need to be in the stock market right now. Why I bought the dip last night. What we heard a few seconds ago was Hezbollah is not going to support Iran in this. There it is. That is I cannot overstate that enough. This is the beginning of the end, 100%. What we're going to get now, we're going to get lots of backwards and forwards drones. I don't even know why they bother, because Israel just shoots 99% of them down. That's not an official number, but I'm just trying to emphasize they shoot down virtually all of them. Some get through, and that's tragic when they get through, but nearly all get shot down. And now they don't have the support from their main support level, which is Hezbollah. That's gone away. So they haven't got anything. They haven't got anything now. They'll just... What will happen now, I will say that this will embolden Israel to go all out and flatten everything they've got in the nuclear category. So if they've got nuclear sites, any potential for nuclear, they're gone. Israel will get through, destroy all of those. Iran can't stop it, and Iran have no backup from their major supporter. They don't have anything. So it's as long as no one's been killed, and of course we know some people are already dead, this is an opportunity to buy a dip. This is an opportunity for stability to come from all of this. Israel now obviously see this as an opportunity to, once and for all, get it done. I'm getting more information coming in. Let me bring this to you. This is a major deal.
Last July, Hamas's leader was killed in an apparent Israeli strike on the Iranian capital, which was followed in September by the killing of Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah, a long-time ally of the Iranian regime. The following month, Iran launched another direct attack on Israel, with a US-led coalition assisting Israel in shooting down most of its missiles. Well, Israel then openly attacked Iran for the first time, striking air defense systems and sites associated with its missile program. And today, we've seen Israel hit Iran with a series of strikes, which included the targeting of nuclear facilities. Well, let's talk more on this with our military analyst, Sean Bell. He's in the studio with me now, as you can see. An extraordinary moment we've talked about the strikes and counter-strikes there, but this really is unprecedented. We'll talk more about that in a moment, but extraordinary level of planning. This was coming for quite some time, clearly.
Yeah, when you were covering that series, it's an interesting reflection on the sort of recent history, but all of those were a strike, retaliation, stop, no appetite for taking it further. This is something completely different. Grand strategically, Israel sees Iran as an existential threat to its existence. It's not if, it's when Iran gets nuclear weapons, and therefore the rhetoric, all of the diplomacy has not stopped that progress. So Israel's clearly been developing a plan of what it's going to do about it. They didn't wake up this morning and decide to do a plan. This has been years in the planning to work out exactly how to do the strike, how to do it most effectively, how to take down Iran's defences. And it's very reminiscent in a way of Israel doing the planning for the strikes against Hezbollah. You remember the walkie-talkies? That was years in the planning. And then most recently, Ukraine doing the strikes against the Russian bomber fleets. That wasn't, again, a short notice. That was long-term planning. And I think what's particularly interesting is Mossad is the key here, because Mossad has been the ones that have been clearly operating
David,
within
I'll come back
Iranian
to you.
territory. We've got some video.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
Showing
I'll
here.
come back to you.
It's
Please
quite
stand by.
difficult
Thank
to
you
hide
for
air
reminding
defence
me.
systems in a barren desert. You've got satellite imagery, but you've also got operatives on the ground. The advantage of the operatives off the ground is that they can now launch drones, and Iran was almost certainly looking to the skies, expecting a big barrage of missile systems to come in. In fact, it looks like most of the air defence systems have been taken down by little drones unexpectedly. This has been a major bit in the planning, and I think we've only seen the tip of the iceberg so far.
Yeah, so extraordinary coordination and execution for some time with ground forces, covert teams on the ground, as well as obviously in Israel. I guess if it's in the planning for so long, why have they decided right now to strike? What is this moment about?
Yes, that's one of the questions that has been sort of bouncing around some of the media at the moment, because given that on Sunday in Oman, President Trump is due to be meeting the Iranian leaders to talk about some sort of, give them a chance for talking, and this is preempting that. I think part of the reason probably lies in the fact that Israel's seen a long history of efforts to negotiate with Iran and sees that actually that may have slowed Iran's progress to a nuclear weapon, but it has not stopped it. Also, Iran has been militarily weakened significantly with the action against Hezbollah, the most recent strikes against, as you reported, against some of their air defence systems. And all of a sudden, I suspect there's a window of opportunity where Prime Minister Netanyahu's gone, now's the time to do it. And I think what's most telling for me is that last night was the first night of this. You'd expect as a military guy to knock down the door, take out the air defence system so that then you could go after the main targets. But actually, they seem to roll back Iran's air defences very quickly and already have been striking some of the key strategic targets. That doesn't bode well for Iran in the coming days.
Yeah, and it's not going to stop yet either, because there is more to come. I was speaking to an analyst earlier who said, look, they haven't targeted them all, so there's other sites yet to be targeted. And of course, Prime Minister Netanyahu has made clear that this is going to take more time, and they are not backing down.
No, and I think the time is an interesting one, because we've seen at the Natanz, that site that the IDF provided the sort of three-dimensional model of, a lot of the targets are above ground. They are the more vulnerable ones. You can use a precision-guided weapon or a cruise missile to take those out. You know where they are, and they're relatively easy to strike. They know where the underground facilities are, but they're a lot more difficult to strike. Frankly, Iran knows that if it's worth attacking, it's worth defending and protecting, and they've spent a lot of time and effort putting this stuff subterranean, making it very difficult to strike. What Israel has, though, is it has now bunker buster weapons, which are the ones they probably were using were the 5,000-pounders, GBU-72s. These are 5 times the size of the bombs that I was using in the military.
Which I think they've used in Gaza as well.
Exactly, right? But they're a lot slimmer. They've got a different warhead to try and penetrate. The fusing is delayed. They can get through 30 sort of meters of soil, 6 meters of concrete before they explode. Even those probably won't be enough on their own to break through. But if you keep pounding the same hole with more and more missiles, you are going to break through. And when they get through, it will cause carnage underneath. That's what it appears that Israel's gone. We've broken down the fences. We've knocked out Iran's air defense system. They're now vulnerable. Now we can specifically target these really difficult targets and keep pounding away at them until we destroy them.
Extraordinary, given that this is all happening around nuclear sites. The IAEA have made
just
very
bear with
clear
me. We'll just get this and we'll carry on.
Thankfully, radiation levels remain the same according to Iran. I'm hearing that Prime Minister Netanyahu has now spoken to President Macron of France, and we understand that there's a lot of calls being made today by Prime Minister Netanyahu.
Okay, that'll do
speak to
for now,
President Trump and,
because
interestingly,
as far as I'm
President
concerned, again, we're all looking. We always, as investors, look to the future. There's nowhere for this to go. No one's going to support Iran on this. Hezbollah are not supporting it. Their backers have gone away. Israel are going to end this. All the nuclear sites are going to go down. There'll be lots of battles and forwards for a few days, maybe a few weeks, but ultimately it's going to fizzle out and go nowhere. And this is going to weaken Iran. We don't want a weak Iran, but we don't want a nuclear Iran. So that's where we end up, I think. Anyway, let's move on. One of my members, Dave Matthews, asked about Zebic. Right, now then, we brought you Zebic recently. Let me put this on the screen. Zebic is now one of the few, very few assets in the crypto space that's moving. No surprise, we get involved in projects for a good reason, not because anyone sponsors or pays me. No one can pay me a damn thing to get involved in any crypto, for that matter. But Zebic has moved today up 4.8%. Dave Matthews asks, how do we get the Zebic CEO on the show? Well, it's very, very easy. So everyone pay attention, because it requires everybody. All right? Everybody. And if you've not yet downloaded the ringtone, here it is. 'Cause I would buy 500 coins and I would buy 500 more. Yes, indeed. There is the Zebic song, which is going to soon go viral as soon as Zebic breaks out big time. So how can you get Zebic CEO on the show? As you saw a couple of days yesterday, we had representatives from Vertical Aerospace on the show. Next week, we've got 2 CEOs on the show, which is members-only event. Only members will be able to watch, so you'll get the heads up on everything going on. You don't want to miss that. So how do you get your favorite CEO on the show where you can ask them a question and ultimately bring information, world exclusive information, before anybody else? Because the CEOs that come on the show like to be here, and they tell me they like to give exclusives before CNBC and Bloomberg. I've interviewed many CEOs, and we've got 2 live on the show next week. So how do you get your favorite? In this case, Dave Matthews wants to ask about Zebic. Well, it's very, very simple if you don't mind doing a bit of work. So let me tell you how you do it. Every single CEO that's been on this show has not come from me. Not one. I don't email, phone call anybody. People that do that don't win, because they're trying to sell services, and everyone knows it. You're just trying to sell your services to get on the show, whether it's for a fee or whether it's to promote your channel or whatever. We don't do that. We don't need to do that. CEOs asked to come on the show. The 2 next week actually asked me to be on the show last week. They actually contacted me. So how do we get to that point? How do we start? Well, what we do is I do absolutely nothing. I just do the show and build up the audience. You do the work. At least initially. So what you do for any project or any business that you like or you invest in, and you have to be an investor, they're not stupid. They know if you're an investor or you're just messing around. You need to go on their website. So you can find Zebic's website or anybody else's website. There'll always be an investor relations contact. There's an email for the investor relations. Don't just email, phone. Lazy people email. People that get it done, phone. I know. I used to book hundreds of theatres all around the world with my tour, and I called every single one up on the phone. Take rejection. Live with it. It's the way the world is. But phone them up. Call them up. Write an email. Now, you might like to write an email out, and then you can copy and paste it and just change the details for other businesses. So you could do all the businesses that you own all in one go. So what do? You email the investor relations manager and tell them that you are an investor in the asset, the stock, the crypto, whatever, and you'd like to learn more about it, and you currently watch a show that ranks number one for the stock or asset. We rank number one for virtually everything that we do. All right, including the biggest stuff, right? So you can say that. So it reaches a wide audience, currently 85,000 subscribers, and you can say be 100,000 within a few weeks. In fact, we have somewhere in the region of 250,000 reach across all our networks, our website, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. But, you know, well, you don't have to go that far if you don't want to. But I always like to undersell and over-deliver. But you can tell them about the reach, tell them that you would like to hear from the CEO or representatives from the company, and Martyn Lucas has a Meet the CEO series. You can have an email all laid out, which you can use again. Put in there that you're an investor. Explain you're interested in the business. Don't try and just sell me. Don't just try and provide noise. Provide value to them. Provide the value that they can come on the show and speak to their audience. You and all the other investors. That's why they will respond. They're not responding just because you're an investor. They're responding because they get something out of it. What they get out of it is being able to speak to their audience in a way that they prefer. All the CEOs tell me they prefer being on my show than Bloomberg and CNBC because it's unscripted, unedited. It now also appears in our newsletter and they get all that. So they love it, right? More and more want to be on the show. So email them. You might want to put, please don't make it spammy. You might want to put in the subject box, an investor. I am an investor in the company. So they can see you are an investor. Don't, put things, price targets, and, I can see it going to $1 million because all this stuff gets spammed out in their junk folders. Just talk in plain English. Don't put any pictures in. Don't put any charts in. Don't put any emojis in. A nice business style. To whom this may concern, I am an investor in your company. I would like to learn more and blah, blah, blah. Okay, you can then do that. You can send that off. You can copy and paste that, send that off, and off you go to the races, okay? They will then email you back. If they don't, email them again because at different times of the day, it might arrive in their inbox. So don't just do it once. It might go into their junk folder. Do it again. If you don't get a response, do it from a different email. A good email, not a spammy email. Do it from an iCloud or a Google Cloud or whatever. But if you don't get a response, you can try and email from a different email address. Maybe your email is flagged and it doesn't arrive in their inbox. Then phone them up. And that's how we've had all the CEOs on the show. Eventually, they will respond to you. You'll go backwards and forwards. You'll build a relationship with them. And once you've got a relationship with them, and once only you've got a relationship with them, you can then, they will say, what's Martyn's contact? You can put them in contact with me, or you can, at that point, you can reach out to me via the only two ways you can message me, and that is Discord. If you're a Discord member, you can direct message me. That's like the only way. We don't do email. We don't do any of that because I get thousands a day. You direct contact me through Discord because I know you're serious because you're a Discord premium member. It's only $2 a month to be a member of Discord and you get the free training. There's the Discord link. Then you can direct message me and get 100% guaranteed response. Then you can give me their details. I can speak to them and say I've been contacted by such and such, or they'll contact me. Or you can do it through X, but I get so many on X, it's best to go through Discord. That way you get a guaranteed response. That's how you can get your CEO on the show. And very often, because I have world exclusives, they come on with world exclusive information. Then the members that watch it get a benefit from that because the stock always pumps when it happens. I mean, it does it every time. So that's it. Now, there is the Discord link. I've given it to you. If you click on the Discord link, this is what you'll see. All right, so I want to make it absolutely clear what you see. This is how you then contact me, all right? On the Discord link that I've just given you, it'll come to here and it will say this is for premium subscribers only. Very few people read this and they just click on join the server. If you click join the server, you don't get anything. You get the welcome page. You can message me, but I don't see it. You can send me friend requests, but I don't see it. You'll just get bombarded with fake accounts and all the rest of it, pretending to be me. I wouldn't recommend this. We have to have this on here. It's how Discord works. But what you do is you go down here and you purchase it for $2.99. I can't make it any less expensive. I do that because I want everyone to be able to afford it, and we go way above people that charge $50 to $100 for Discord. Our one-on-one services are through the roof, and we now include for free, in addition to this, it wasn't part of it at first, the training course. We could sell a training course, and everybody would buy a training course from us. Why? Why would they buy it from us? Because we're always making money and we're always winning. Today, 27 trades, 27 wins, right? So we could sell a training course, but we don't. We don't need to. We make money, so we give it to you for free. Now then, once Discord gets too busy, which at some point it will, you can see I've now got 207 subscribers. 405, these are the people that join who just don't see anything. I don't know why they do it, but people don't listen to me. They just click on it, think they're going to get something for nothing, and they get nothing for nothing. All right, but 207 is the subscribers. These are the people that I talk to directly. These are the people that get one-on-one support with our training videos. These people here. But once this gets too busy, I will turn it off. So it's first come, first serve. I don't know how many that number will be, but right now I'm able to deal with it. Sensei is as well. But if everyone started messaging me every 5 minutes, then I would be turning this off. That's done, and that'd be it. We'd shut it down. Well, we wouldn't shut it down, but we wouldn't allow anybody else new into the server. We'd just turn off the subscription service, and no one could buy it anymore. All right, so there you go. There it is. So let's see if anyone's become a member during that. I doubt it. That was too quick. 207. No, it hasn't moved. All right. So that's how you solve that problem. All right. Let me now go back to comments and questions. And then I've got more information about stablecoins, XRP, the future of crypto, Walmart, Amazon. Got such great stuff this morning. You're not going to believe it. So here we go. Let's go and switch back to... Let's switch back to members only for a second so I can answer all comments and questions. We've had lots of comments and questions coming in. I want to go back to members only now so I can do it. So please repeat your comment. Please repeat your question, and I will share it on the screen. The world makes it hard, but I like a good challenge. Indeed, the world does make it hard. But I also am with you, Stacey. I like a challenge. What's the point otherwise? And if the world was easy, there'd be nothing worth gaining anyway, and the system wouldn't work. You have to have nonsense to be able to win. Stacey, good morning. 100% agree, Stacey. Peace and free trade all round. We can't have free trade. Free trade doesn't work. You can have fair trade. Fair trade works. Oh, hello.
Jerry and Elba donated $5 through a super chat. God bless everyone. Please remember that the misty moonlight in life is but a dream I paid last week.
Ah, yes, indeed. So let me do that now. I forgot it's Friday. Bloody hell, it's Friday, isn't it? It's bloody Friday. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's bloody Friday. Right, so you know what we're going to do now? You know what we're going to do? We're going to... I tell you what we'll do. We'll do this. We'll do this. I had to think about it for a moment. And I thought, should I do it that way? And I thought, yeah, okay. What am I talking about? We're talking about the party tonight. We'll have a party for everyone. Old school, phoning in, being on the show. It's going to be the love event. The usual love event. All right. Okay, let's do it. Turn off the ads. No ads. Yep. And it's June the 13th, Friday the 13th, and it's 4 p.m. 4 p.m. tonight. Done. There you go. I'm just setting that up now. I'm going to give everyone the link for it. Let me go back to here. Switch back to the account. Right. Okay. I'm going to put it on the screen. This is where we're going to go later on today. We're going to have a party. Yes. We are going to have a party. Take a couple of seconds to come through. Just bear with me a second. I'll make this show go directly to the event, shall I? I think I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. So tonight, you may remember if you are a ZEBIC or XRP investor, we had a party last Friday. And we're going to do it again. But this time, it's live music all the way through. We're going to have a party. You're going to love it. Okay, so let me make sure that this show goes directly to it. The love event, there it is. Okay. Where is it? Come on, it should be coming through now. I'm just trying to link this show to that there. Oh, there it is. Good. Right, there's the link. I can give it to you now. Let me put this into next. Next. Save that. And we are good to go. All right then. So here's the event for tonight. Last week, you may remember, we did ZEBIC and XRP. It's normally called the Love Event because we have a lot of love. We sing songs, we have fun, people call in, they're live on the show, we drink beer, we fall off our chair, we have a lot of fun. This live stream, when I end this, after I've just done the news on ZEBIC and XRP and Walmart and Amazon, will go directly there. Now, the first few people get a free song as well. It's the Friday phone-in. Nobody wanted to phone in. It's open. The Friday phone is open. But anyway, here is the live event. Live party tonight. There is a live party tonight. There you go. Let me write that in the chat because in a minute I will pin that to the top. Live whoopsie-daisy party. If you go there now and leave a comment, that'll be cool. So what you do is you go over here now. Who's first? Steve T. Steve T was number one. He's got a crown straight away. He's number one. Most engaged person so far. Oh, poor man, rich man. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Number one. Poor man, rich man's gone number one. Mike's number three. See, Mike's not always number one. People say Mike's always number one. He's not always. When you go there, tap the like button. Ring the notification bell, and we'll have a party tonight. We might do the ZEBIC song. Who would like the ZEBIC song? Yeah. Who would like the XRP song? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's have a party. All right. So that's happening tonight. Marvelous. All right. Okay. Good. Now then, let me bring you the news. So here's where we're talking about crypto. Let's go look at this. Walmart and Amazon explore issuing stable coins. Are we entering the world of crypto big time now? The biggest, most stable businesses in the world are going, we're having some of that. Some of the US's largest retailers are exploring the uses for stable coins and possibly issuing their own tokens. A move that could transform their payment systems, reducing their reliance on banks and lowering fees. Thank you, Chuck, for your subscription. According to a media report today, just out, Walmart and Amazon and Expedia have explored issuing their own stable coins in the US, the Wall Street Journal reported, citing people familiar with the matter. Stable coins are digital tokens designed to be pegged one for one to actual assets, such as fiat currency, most often the US dollar. New payment systems created by massive retailers would send shockwaves through the country's banks, which dominate the US's payment plumbing. The company's decision partly hinged on Congress's passing what's called the Genius Act, which would provide a regulatory framework for stablecoins. The bill cleared a procedural hurdle in the Senate on Wednesday, but still needs to be voted in both chambers of Congress. Stablecoin-based systems would allow retailers to bypass traditional payment rails, including credit and debit cards, that charge interchange fees each time a customer makes a payment on a card. Those systems are dominated by Visa and MasterCard. The banks that issue the cards through get the lion's share of the card's fees. Amazon is still in the early stages of its stablecoin exploration, one person told Wall Street Journal. Some of the discussion has focused on issuing its own stablecoin for online transactions. US banks and other payment companies haven't ignored the potential of stablecoins. Some of the US's largest banks are in talks to issue a joint stablecoin, including JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Citigroup, Wells Fargo. JP Morgan has had its own stablecoin for years, which it uses internally, and PayPal Holdings has launched its own token. Well, what do you make of that? Pretty exciting stuff, right? So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to add an intro, an outro to that, because I want to link that to tonight's event for ZEBIC and XRP. So I'm going to switch between that and... No, I can't do that, can I? I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do it like this. All right, I'm going to do it like that. Okay, let me try and do this. Okay. Right. The time is 9:18. 9:18. RP. ZBCN. Right. XRP. ZEBIC, ZBCN, you need to be paying close attention. Bitcoin, if you are investing and you also, like me, like to own the S&P and you like to own Amazon, Walmart, you want stability, you want security, well, I've got a report today just out. Walmart and Amazon are looking into stablecoins replacing credit cards. At a time of uncertainty in the markets, last night, spoiler alert, you all know I bought the dip on the S&P 500. Looks like the war's going to end a lot quicker than we first thought, because Iran is not getting support from Hezbollah and others that it relies on, and Israel is being quite effective with taking out the nuclear sites, or threats to nuclear, at least anyway, and the market is rebounding back. I'm very happy I bought the dip. It's no surprise to me at all. It's why I did it. But this is also going to lead the world more and more into crypto. So if you are into XRP, or you like ZEBIC, or you like Bitcoin, any of the particularly ZEBIC and XRP that actually do things that are in the payment sector, that are in the finance sector, you might want to pay close attention. I've just done a story here on Amazon and Walmart getting into their own stable coins. This whole industry now is going to boom. We've just done, and Sensei has just done analysis on XRP potentially going to $100. There's a real reason it can do that now. That's a huge statement I never thought I would say. And ZEBIC will explode with it. So if you want to join me, I'm now going to go on to the video, but in a second, so stand by. But what you might want to do is join me after hours tonight on the music event. I'll put the link at the end in a few seconds. But last Friday, you may remember, we brought out the ZEBIC song and the XRP song. Oh no, not that again. 'Cause I would buy 500 coins and I would buy 500 more. Absolutely, you remember that one. And we've also got the XRP, boom. We're going to do that tonight live on the show. It's going to be a big night for Zebek, XRP, and everybody else that enjoys our Friday night show. It's called the Love Event tonight. That's our normal name for the show. So join us for our regular show tonight, drinking beer, falling off chairs. Join us for that. And now, here is the report about Walmart and Amazon entering the crypto space. Here we go. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. A bit of information on XRP, Bitcoin, Walmart, and Amazon all now are moving more and more into this space. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Hopefully you'll enjoy us live tonight for our party. Of course, that is our event tonight. You don't want to miss it. We're live at 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I'll give you the links as promised if you watch to the end. It's above my head down below in the description. Also, pinned to the comments, you will find not only for tonight's event, you'll also find the Zebek song, which is now going to go viral. And XRP, as soon as they move up, you betcha that the song is going to go viral. And over here, I shall put the link for the party tonight. And down here, I shall put the 2 videos. So over here is the event for tonight. And down here is the Zebek and XRP song. Join us. Oh no, not that song again. All right, and I'll fade that out at that point. All right, that's tonight. Okay, it's time for a Friday phone-in. Let's bring in our guest. Here is Zachzay, who is from Israel, now living in California, and I'm sure he'll have some insights. The Friday phone-in is live at the end of the show, after the Friday phone-in, about 15 minutes. So if anybody wants to call in, you can. After this, I'm going to take you directly to the event tonight. It'll link there. All right, so here we go. No, not that song again. All right, so let's bring our guest in. If you want to join us, here he is. Good morning to Zachzay. How are you this morning, sir?
Thank God it's Friday, Martin. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Thank God it's Friday. How you feeling, mate?
Tough night following the news. Very informed about every move because it was a big surprise, but actually it wasn't. You know, Trump gave Iran 60 days to sign a contract and get to a decision, make some decisions. And it seems like it ain't go nowhere. So no surprise, to protect the state of Israel, they decided to go and attend the big attack. As they said, for a few days, if not weeks, we're going to be clearing the nuclear attempts of Iran to make the facilities of the nuclear. And it's a big news. It's a very big news.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Now, you're from Israel. You now live in California. If anybody else would like to call in, the link is to the top. You can join Zachzay on the screen. We can have up to 10 people joining at once. So please do call in. I'd love to get you live on the show. Zachzay, in the last hour, we learned that Hezbollah aren't going to back Iran. Excuse me. They're not going to back Iran. What does that mean to you? You know more about this than anyone. You're from Israel.
Israel surrounded. In the south, we have the Hamas with the terrible attack on October 7, and people are still captured as the prisoners that has been taken from their home, from party, and there's still hostages held it more than 600 and plus days. In the north, we have Hezbollah, which is the pointing finger of Iran toward Israel. They sit in Lebanon. Lebanon is an incredible state, beautiful people, incredible culture. I have friends from Lebanon, I have friends from Egypt, I have friends from Iran. But the government of those places is sometimes supporting those pointing fingers and give them the tools to try to attack Israel. And Israel have all the rights to protect itself, since 1948 that Israel declared as a state by the UN, it's been surrounded with those. Jordan, the same. Jordan, what an incredible state. First time in the World Cup. What a process of country. But there is still trolls. You know, it's like YouTube. There is trolls everywhere. They're trying to take over and create criticism over war, using weapon, being mean, and trying to jeopardize this world.
Well, tell me what it means this morning, because normally Hezbollah would support Iran. They're saying they're not. What does that mean
Iran
to you? And
is supporting Hezbollah.
And what? Sorry?
Iran is supporting Hezbollah. Hezbollah is the main army of Iran.
Yes, I know
is the
Iran
closest to Israel border.
Yes, I know Iran supports.
The fact that Hezbollah has been attacked about a few months ago with all the beepers and the hockey-talkie, Israel was killing.
Yes, hang on. Let me just interrupt you there. Zach,
the head of Hezbollah, Hassan Nasrallah.
Zach, let me just interrupt. I know that Iran is supporting Hezbollah, but what we just heard this morning is Hezbollah is saying they're not going to support they're not going to support Iran and support them in this situation. That must be good news, right? That must mean Iran is going to be weaker and this is going to end sooner. What do you feel about that?
Israel has been damaged Hezbollah badly from the head to the bottom. She made them so weak, and they're trying to get more forces. We need to get rid of any terror organization in this world. Hezbollah and Hamas consider as a terror organization.
Right, but Zach, I want to get an answer from you. What do you think what do you think this morning? Because Hezbollah are saying they're not going to support Iran.
It's a small win. It's just a small win to Israel.
Okay.
But Israel planned it ahead.
Okay.
They want to get rid of Hezbollah and Hamas.
Okay, so because of that, do you think that Iran are now weaker and this could end sooner?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir. Iran is weaker only because of the attack of Israel about a few months ago and today.
Yes, no,
that's the only thing that makes Iran weaker.
No, I agree with that. Obviously, I agree with that. But what I'm saying is now they don't have this. Now Iran has less support from its usual supporter than it normally would. That might have surprised Iran with that statement. So that means that yes, we know Israel have attacked Iran, but now they've got less power. So I would imagine my prediction would be over the next few days we'll go backwards and forwards with drones going one way than the other, and Israel will deplete the threat of the nuclear sites, and this will end. And the only way for it to continue is other countries and other organizations to support Iran. But if Hezbollah have dropped off, others will do the same. Iran will be left on their own, and this can come to a swift end. That would be a good outcome, would it not?
It is correct. Exactly what you said. We need to separate Iran. We need to put the pressure on the government. Okay. I think even Iran like to get
Zach, I'm just losing your feed there. Yeah, I'm just losing your feed there, unfortunately. But I want to say thank you for calling in. That was great to have your insight and thoughts. You are calling in. You live in California, but you are originally from Israel. So thank you very much for your thoughts and sharing that. I know you're concerned. You have family and friends in the region, but I think then we do agree what you just said there. And the answer to my question was not getting the backing from Hezbollah now. Iran are weaker. I think others won't back them either. And I think this could die out quickly. This is why I bought the dip this morning. We've rallied. We're having a little bit of a sell-off to it now, but that's what happens. People take profit. They are the problem. Like I said before, the problem will be my solution. You can keep doing that if you want to, but I feel happy owning this, and we will see things return once again for those that consistently stay in the market. All right, let me come back to a few comments. 200 shares richer, said Ben. Uncle Martin, 500 coins of Zebic is only around $2. I should have said at least 5 million. Yeah, I know, but it's the song in it. It's just a song in it. I wonder when someone was going to pick me up on that. Martin, it's $2. I would buy $2 of Zebic, and I would buy $2 more. Not saying much, is it? I get it. I understand it. All right. MSK, do you have Zebic? Nope. You? Ben, can almost become a member with 500 coins. Me either. Nope, me either. Space is on buying season officially, said Navistorm. We don't go to the races. We are not gamblers. Trump is just announced next strike from Israel will be worse. Make a deal, he said. Make a deal. Let me just go over and see if I'm picking up any news. Dollar bounces amid Middle East tensions. Nothing there. Thank you for that, Mike. I'm not surprised. They're not going to stop now. But I say Israel, Jordan, sorry, I beg your pardon. Iran aren't going to win this, are they? That's right. Oh, my. Okay. Let me get through. I love Mobic, says Yestin Win. Well, we all know what's happening next. Love you, Stacey. Thoughts on Gorilla? I haven't got any thoughts today. I'd need to have another look at it. Lucasade stronger. ACHR dropped 13%. Good morning, Martin and the Lucasade family. You never answered my text. Unfortunately, I get, Jerry and Elba, I get so many messages. It's, as everybody knows, it's increasingly difficult to reply to everybody personally. I get thousands of emails a day, thousands of texts a day. I have to have filtering systems now. I don't know how long it'll be before I have to hire somebody to read my emails. I'm sorry, but I know I browsed at it, and you asked me, I think, to learn a song. Could I learn a song for you? I've not had a chance to listen to the song to know what you'd like me to learn yet. So I need to listen to the song. Once I've listened to it, I will then tell you if I can do it or not. You've asked me if I would learn a song and if you gave me a super chat, but I don't want to say yes, take a super chat from you and then not be able to. I want to be able to know that I can deliver. So I will respond to you. I always respond to you. I always respond to everybody. It just takes a bit more time. And so I apologize for that. Why is Robin Energy shooting up today? I don't know. I've never looked at it. Robin Energy up 360%. Let's have a look. Just your music, Mike, not the songs. Play both songs. They are great. Ripple about to swallow everyone up on their ledger. Val, good morning. Love to Stacey. God bless everybody. Prayers and blessings. There you go. I'm just getting through all the comments. James, you're 1 in a million. Thank you. Taking the family on the best tours. Love for Space, SPCE. No, not that song again. No way. My family is in Israel. Stay safe, yes. But Israel started it. We're not going to get into all this backwards and forwards. We all saw what we could go on forever. I mean, how many years? We go back 1,000 years. Somebody started the first fight. Then we're just giving you the facts. If you want to go back and then say, well, he said, she said, he said, she said, we can go on forever if you want, but I won't be entering into any of that. You know, it is what it is. We're just giving you the numbers, the facts. The politics of it is for you to discuss after the show. I'm in Turkey. We're supposed to be flying out to Basra, but got an SOS stand down call yesterday. Thank you, Lee Ramsey, for sharing that crazy world we live in. Russia is the wild card. It's insane. I'll be back after the news. Short-term flurry, but poignant in global stages. Bought more Space. Space is a steal right now. I had commented asking about your thoughts on Gorilla. Please, sir. Yes, I haven't got any thoughts on Gorilla at the moment. I've not reviewed it recently. We'd like to have the CEO back on the show, and then I can give you my thoughts. Yes, Virgin Galactic is a bit of a steal at the moment, if you believe in value, which we do. It is at the bottom again, waiting for its next bounce. Yes, the short interest is still there. I totally agree. Virgin Galactic this morning is very, very interesting. Yep, under that $3 target. Yep, certainly is. But I get a bit frustrated when people just get greedy. I you know, people want me to support them, and I can, I could do a Virgin Galactic live stream, and we can pump this up again. I can do it right now, but I get tired of doing it when everyone dumps it when they make like 10 cents. I get so frustrated. It's not worth my effort. Remember, I don't get any money out of it. I want you all to win, but you don't help yourselves. If I do a pump video and I contact Andy Shovel and a few others, and the biggest investors in the world, and everyone starts watching and buying, great. I make $5 in ad revenue, and up goes the stock, and then everyone dumps it on me again. It's like, well, you've done it 3 times. I mean, this could be $10 now, but no one ever holds it. I'm not being funny. I get really frustrated because I want you to win. I mean, I can see why YouTube channels just start doing what they want for themselves, because they think, well, no one else supports it, right? I could buy $100,000 of Virgin Galactic right now. I've got 440 grand. Imagine if I bought 100 grand of Virgin Galactic right now. It would move just on that. And then I do a pump event, and I take it to $4 and I dump it all. I could double my money, or near enough, right? I could make 100 grand in like an hour. Let's do that then. You know, but I don't want to be that guy on YouTube who does that. I don't want to be Roaring Kitty. I could just so easily do it. So easy. Put 100 grand on Virgin Galactic right now, do a pump event, take it to $3. No, take it to like $4, dump it all. But I mean, it's not who I am. I want you to just hold it. Oh. Yeah. Philip says, go on then, do it. Yes, please. I'm calling again. Okay, I've got to end the show, but I'll give you a quick call then. All right, Zach Zate, call in quickly. I can't have a long debate on this one though. I've got to wrap it up. Zach Zate wants to talk about space. Good morning once again, Zach. How are you, mate?
There we go. I can pull over so I can pay attention and make sure we got the right connection. I'm okay?
Yep, you're all good, mate. You're spot on. Bloody marvellous.
Very good. Very good. So sorry for the disconnection.
No,
but definitely
not at all.
That was
not at all. Not at all.
You said it all. You said it all this morning, the media, and we have few days to see. I don't think the stock market is being affected. If you're holding your companies and they're working and everything is planned, it doesn't make any difference.
No.
So going back to space, it's a very good point to talk. As we know, nothing has happened. We had the earning pump. What I love about the pump was that 100 million shares in one day has been running to $6. And the fact was that the first 2 millions on the squeeze were about $1.50. That was just like the squeeze. That's the beautiful. I think there are like magician of elimination, but also kind of illusionists, because they do have shares. Yesterday they got an award of 30,000 shares that they you can check on the news. Yesterday, 18 hours ago, they published news that they gave 30,000 plus shares. Now, we are working 5 years to get whatever each one to his own share, and suddenly they come and give 30,000 just like that. We do know the facility takes $3 million a month. The facilities takes $3 million to hold the one in New Mexico, and not much going on. So they need money for that. And there is still money in the pocket. Let's go back into the numbers. And as we look at 123 million market cap, this is not an interesting company. You know, if you really want to be an investor, you want to go companies with B next to it, billions. So that's why it's a high risk. That's why it's a penny stock. That's why it's a unsafe. Going into the inside details, being there, seeing the potential, we know that 700 tickets has been sold and 30, or to be exact, 26 has been used. You know, 20 tickets was 26 people been flying. So there is another 674 tickets that been sold to be used. If we take the numbers and calculate them, it's $150 million valuation of the company.
You talk
which
about
right now it's under.
Yeah, you mentioned at the beginning, you talked about the short interest. That's now moved up again from 26% to 28.17.
Almost 30.
Yeah. This is classic entering the GameStop short squeeze territory where it could just explode to $10.
The classic remind me 18 years ago. The classic was like a pinball. You know, when you throw a pinball, tack, 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 and it's bumping, bumping, bumping.
Yeah.
So the first 3 days, it's usually used to be 3 days of mega run. And people sold on the first day, looked at the second day and, oh, what have I done? Why have I sold? And the third day, it's 10x. Now, after 10x, which is probably when the money will come in January, I'm talking SPCE,
Yeah.
they're going to start sell more tickets. So 674 tickets equivalent to the flights, we'll use them because we got 3,000 basically flights, hours that going to take in the next basically a few years. Let me correct the number. I'm sorry. It comes from 100. If we take the 678, we get 150 million as the company worth right now 120, which means we underestimate of the valuation. When they're going to start sell more tickets, the valuation going to go up because the tickets sold.
There is no question that the stock is undervalued. There's no question about it. This is primed for a short squeeze. The problem is this has been going on for such a long time that so many people have lost money on the stock that the moment it makes themselves 100% profit, which it can do $3 to $6, everyone dumps it again. And it's heartbreaking because we're so close to an absolute explosion of the stock. If they only held it, we'd be up to $10 and then push through to $20 very, very quickly. And then my target of $100 is a real thing. It really can happen. But I believe it's going to come. Most people will miss it. Most people.
I was checking yesterday, and here is a question for you. I was checking yesterday how many companies in the past has been doing a reverse split, and then they've been doing a forward split.
Ah, okay. How many? I have no idea.
Tesla, of course.
Right.
That's why every time you said space is like Tesla, it comes to me, maybe they will do it when the tickets sell.
So Tesla reverse splitted, and then ultimately they did a forward split. We know about the forward split. Is that
few months after? Correct.
Okay. How many companies do you know?
Another one was Hertz.
Right. Okay.
And another one, Athletic, which was also one.
It's quite rare, though.
They all survived. Yeah, they all survived. And I think when they're going to start sell tickets, that's why I check it. Maybe they're going to do a forward split. Because nothing happened. There's so much money inside the stock. I think even they are so surprised how much attention. And that's why they're magician of illusionists, because they drop it down, but they have the ability to pump it up in a matter of like $100.
Yeah.
The beautiful is to be there.
Yeah.
When it's happened, if it's happened.
Well, I've got to wrap up today's show. I've got to prepare for tonight's
Thank you
show.
for the opportunity.
But thank you for calling in. I know that you are an investor in Virgin Galactic. I know you're a bull. You're holding. You buy more. And at this level of 297 with 28% interest, short interest, good news coming in January. It's extremely likely that you're going to. I mean, the risk to reward is there. Everything's risky, of course, but the risk to reward for this, it's this huge upside right now. There's no question about it. I know full well
2 weeks.
It's a real dilemma I face every day, because I could now where I am with the S&P, I could free up pretty easily 100 grand without paying hardly any tax gains on my S&P, selling for some washes. I could sell 100 grand, buy 100 grand of SPCE today, do a big pump event, and I could double my money in an hour. No question about it. How about that?
It's going to happen before you're going to even do it. That's why I said you got to be there. You got to be there when it happens. And of course, it's better to buy it in 20 to get to 100 than what it's now, because of the safety and the flights. So there is still a year, at least to August 26. But as I think 2 weeks ago, I said under 4 valuation, it's a good buy, and under 3, it's a good buy. But we've been 244 about 2 months ago. So
Zach,
kind of,
thanks for calling in.
Optimistic, stay optimistic.
And love to all your family and friends in the region of Israel and everybody else. We just want everyone to stop fighting and have a nice day, basically. Easy, innit?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Love to all.
Love to all. Cheers. There's Zach Zate calling in, now in California, originally from Israel. He'll be with us tonight, of course, on the Love event, the live show tonight. Right, we're going to wrap this up. Lloyd Linesk is asking what ticker. The ticker symbol is SPCE, Virgin Galactic. This is the stock we've been covering for years, waiting for the moment. It had 3 short squeezes in the last month or so, but as soon as it makes it sort of 100%, everyone takes profit. It's about to go again. We've now got 28% short interest. It's unbelievable. If I had no ethics and didn't give a damn, I'd put 100 grand in it and I'd double my money in 1 hour. There's no question about it, because I represent 95% of the global audience of this stock, of the investors, of investor relation, of the retail investors. I know that. I've got the phone numbers. I can call people up. I could buy 100 grand. I've got nearly $500,000 to do it easily. There you go. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you very much for tuning in today. This is the Love event where we are tonight. I'm going to now put it up the top. Here it is. This is where we're going to go now. Everyone share this. It's a Zebic XRP party tonight. You're going to love it. Let me give everyone the link. Pin it to the top. Here we go. Live party tonight. There it is. It'll automatically take you there. But what I'd like you to do is, as the stream comes to an end, everyone go there, click like, click share, leave a comment in the chat, and get ready for our big event tonight. You can see people are already leaving comments, getting ready for a fun night out at the pub. And tap the like. Remember to subscribe to the channel. It's a separate channel. It's not the same channel as this. It's an event channel. Click subscribe, give it a like, and share it around. It'll be a fun night. I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun with that tonight. So there you go. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm off to go and have some breakfast, have a cup of tea and a biscuit, and I will leave you all until the next one. So go there now, join me, and I'll see you all back in a bit. Last couple of comments. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you so much for the phone. Absolutely, Zach. Always take the call to you. Cheers, Martin RB. Check this out. Stock TDTH punished for investing in XRP drops 50%. Thank you, 1 of 7 billion. Thank you very much indeed. I haven't got time now. I'm afraid the show has come to an end. All right, we're out of here. Have a wonderful afternoon. As always, most important, family, friends, everyone around the world. Our very own Sensei is struggling today. He's got family in Jordan. He's got bombs landing near his family's homes. Not nice. Not nice at all. I'll see you back in a bit. Take care of yourselves and each other.